Tariffs, America's hidden tax. In the heart of Wall Street, glasses clink, champagne pops. A new tax cut is on the horizon, and the rich just got a little richer. Meanwhile, down the street, a family at Walmart notices something unsettling. The TV they wanted is now $70 more expensive than last month. At first glance, these scenes seem unrelated, but they're deeply connected. While politicians boast about beautiful tax laws for the wealthy, the math in Washington has already decided who will pay the bill. And it's not the billionaires. It's you, me, and the everyday American families. Punishment for foreign nations. A slap to China, India, Europe. A show of patriotic strength. America first, politicians say. Foreigners will pay, they promise. But history doesn't lie. Tariffs are an attack, and always have been, on the very people they claim to protect. How it really works. Imagine the U.S. government imposes a 25% tariff on an imported product. The importer pays it at the border, but no company eats that cost. The price gets passed down to the label, the worker, the production costs, and finally, to you. A tariff doesn't stay at the border. It follows you home, silently appearing on your bill. A century ago, before income taxes existed, the U.S. government relied almost entirely on tariffs. And they didn't tax the wealthy. They taxed imported fabrics, tools, and tea. Who really paid? Not London merchants, American tailors, doctors, farmers, workers, and families. Tariffs. In the first 9 months of 2025, tariffs brought over $100 billion into the U.S. Treasury, about 5% of all federal revenue, the highest share in years. Sounds like a win, right? No new taxes, just more revenue. But the money didn't come from Beijing or Mexico. It came from your wallet, mine, from the everyday Americans. Your PlayStation is now $60 more expensive. Even a simple couch is national security risky. Indian exporters label their goods as European-made just to survive economically. Almost every item on Walmart shelves carries the fingerprint of this hidden tax. The Treasury wins, Wall Street keeps their tax cuts, and ordinary people quietly foot the bill. 2017, the first big, beautiful tax law. President Trump signed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The slogan was simple: lower taxes, more jobs, more money in your pocket. People imagined this would lift everyone. But the numbers told a different story. Corporate tax dropped from 35% to 21%. Billionaires and large corporations benefited massively. The middle class? Just crumbs. The twist: middle-class tax cuts were temporary. Corporate breaks were permanent. Result? Federal budget deficit surpassed $1 trillion. 2025? The same game repeats. Another big, beautiful tax law. Again, corporations and the ultra-wealthy get enormous breaks. The result? Another massive budget deficit. No politician says, "We cut taxes for billionaires. Now you'll pay the cost." Instead, they hide behind a curtain. Tariffs. Tariffs are the sleight of hand in the magician's trick. Money flows into the Treasury, but no one calls it a tax increase. Billionaires keep their cuts, and ordinary people pay, quietly, willingly. This isn't new. History shows every government did the same. Cut visible taxes, collect invisible ones. History repeats. Britain's corn laws kept bread prices high, protecting landowners. Winners, the rich. Losers, workers paying more for bread every day. Today, not much has changed. Corporations keep their tax breaks. Shoppers at Walmart pay more in the name of patriotism. This isn't economic nationalism. It's redistribution in reverse. Feasts for the rich, hidden taxes for the people. The numbers speak. In the first 9 months of 2025, tariffs alone brought $108 billion into the Treasury, roughly 5% of federal revenue. Not a single cent came from Turkey, Germany, or Europe. It came from the wallets of ordinary Americans. Tariffs are like invisible sales taxes, not written, unseen, but paid at checkout. And they hit the middle class the hardest. Economists at Wharton University warn these policies will lower real wages by 5%, cost the average family $22,000 over a lifetime. A lesson from history. In 1773, Britain added a small tax on tea. It seemed minor, but for wealthy American families, it meant everything. No taxation without representation. The Boston Tea Party proved that even a small tariff can ignite a revolution. In 1930, the Smoot-Hawley tariff repeated the mistake. Protect American workers, they claimed. Global trade collapsed by 2/3. The Great Depression deepened. Tariffs crushed the very workers they were meant to protect. Today, the story is the same. PlayStations are expensive. Furniture, clothing, rent, travel, shipping, everything rises. Small increases seem insignificant, but together they form a hidden tax. Winners, tax cut beneficiaries. Losers, everyday consumers. Tariffs sound patriotic, protecting the American worker. In reality, consumers pay more, producers lose more, trade partners retaliate. Protection is temporary. Costs are permanent. Tariffs are a perfect theater. Powerful today, quietly damaging tomorrow. From Britain's corn laws to America's Smoot-Hawley Act to Latin America's trade barriers and today's tariff games, the pattern never changes. Short-term policy, long-term pain. The only constant truth: tariffs are not just economics. They are a political powder keg. A small tea tax in 1773 sparked a revolution. Hidden patriotic tariffs in 2025 quietly stoke frustration. Because it all starts small. A few cents on tea, a few dollars on bread, $60 more for a PlayStation. But combined, it quietly erodes the economy. Politicians say, America wins with tariffs. History whispers, it's just an illusion. Billionaires get richer. Wall Street celebrates. The Treasury fills up. Ordinary people, families, workers, shoppers, pay the hidden cost. History's mirror is clear. Britain's Corn Laws, America's Smoot-Hawley Act, Latin America's protectionist policies. Different countries, same story. The only constant is unchanging change. Tariffs seem like shields protecting people, but they're really mirrors, and what they reflect is your wallet. Next time someone says, foreigners pay the tariffs, remember this: math never lies. Tariffs don't come from foreign treasuries. They come from your pocket. If this gave you a new perspective, subscribe. History already holds all the answers. I'm just showing you where to look.